Okay, yeah, this is Richard Fields with Report from the Fields. The election of libertarian Javier Milei as president of Argentina is the kind of milestone that gives libertarians, classical liberals, and as Milei likes to call himself, anarcho-capitalists hope for the future. As the former regular panelist on this show, Doug Barbieri, who is now an expatriate living in Argentina, says, for the first time since Ron Paul 2008, I have hope that there can be a political solution, that Milei can prove that we can reduce the size and scope of the government like Ron Paul would have done. I couldn't say it better. We can analyze the 56% to 44% landslide election result of Milei over Peronist Sergio Massa from several different angles. The first is that the election is a ringing repudiation of the central governing philosophy of most all Western democracies, the idea that votes can be purchased and power obtained by giving government benefits to your constituents. As the incumbent economics minister, Massa cut taxes and increased government handouts in the weeks leading up to the election. In the past, that would have succeeded in buying him the election. But the voters, experiencing 140% inflation and a 40% poverty rate, weren't buying it. Milei's hardcore libertarian platform of eliminating a majority of government agencies, abolishing Argentina's central bank and replacing the peso with the dollar turned out to be a winning message, particularly among young voters. The second is the viscerally negative reaction of legacy media around the world. Milei destroys their narrative that big government liberalism is guaranteed to predominate in politics for the foreseeable future. They claimed that Milei is a clone of Trump. He's quite the opposite. Once you get past the in-your-face style that both use, there is essentially no similarity. Trump is a nationalist and protectionist. Milei favors unlimited free trade. Trump is an anti-immigration nativist. Milei supports immigration as long as the immigrants pay their own way and support themselves financially. Trump supports the failed war on drugs. Milei is in favor of decriminalization. Trump presided over a larger deficit than any president before him. Milei is in favor of taking a chainsaw to government spending. He even waved around a powered-up chainsaw at his political rallies to make his point. In short, Trump is an economic idiot. Milei is an economics professor of the Austrian school, the only contemporary school of economics that comports with economic reality. Legacy media even accused Milei of being a fascist. To that, I can only ask, what self-respecting fascist would want to reduce his power by drastically reducing the size of government? All that said, Milei has his work cut out for him. His Liberty Advances party has a small minority of the seats in the Argentinian legislature. The powerful Argentine labor unions will resist his budget cuts in every way they can, including, as they've already threatened, violent demonstrations. In order to enact anything on his economic agenda, he will have to make deals with Argentina's center-right party, whose endorsement in the runoff was instrumental in putting him over the top. Libertarians in Argentina and around the world will have to welcome and applaud incremental change in most instances. Milei is a president, not a dictator. We wish him all the luck as president in the world. I'm Richard Fields, and that's this week's Report from the Fields. See you next week.